My name is Diane. I am an empath. And, as you've probably already guessed, this is not my real voice. However, the words within this video are all coming from me. If you cannot get past the AI voice, then I have put a link in the show notes to the written version of this episode. But otherwise, sit back and enjoy today's installment. There are many layers and mysteries to an empath, and indeed their life. And being sensitive, the way they are, certainly comes with its challenges. Sadly, there are too many empaths who go through life not knowing who they are, nor realizing that some of their quirky ways are actually part and parcel of being sensitive. And this is why I continue to spread the word about the many ways of an empath. The sooner they discover who they are, and come to understand their incredible traits, the better they can navigate the journey of life. So, bearing that in mind, here is a list of some of the less discussed behaviours that sets the empath apart from others, as well as a few of the better-known ones, thrown in for good measure. Enjoy. Empaths possess emotional intelligence. An empath generally has incredible emotional intelligence, which they can use to make careful decisions they hope will bring balance into their life and the lives of others. But as emotional intelligence is a rare gift, in a world ran by logic and rules, it can leave the empath hurt and vulnerable by those who do not function or think in the same way. Empaths are excellent judges of character. Sensing all that they do about people and life makes an empath an excellent judge of character. Their first impressions about people are generally correct. However, that does not mean they always listen to their inner warnings about people, especially grandiose narcissists. Empaths sense deep emotional energy. An empath senses emotions intensely, both their own and others. But this ability can make them feel weak, especially when it is emotional pain they feel. This is the opposite of who they know they are. Deep within, they recognize they are here to do something special, but are often held back from finding their purpose by the confusion of what they experience emotionally. Empaths have a face to fit the mood. Dependent on how they feel, will determine which face the empath wears. When happy, they are an absolute joy to be around. When unhappy or overloaded, they may appear sulky or dull. An empath needs to disconnect from others to recharge. If they don't get the respite they need, the strain will show on their face and they may become aloof. Empaths are always willing to listen. They are known as life's listeners for a reason, because nothing makes an empath happier than to hear other people's life stories. For most of the time they prefer to listen than to share their own tales, although they can certainly boast of several amazing experiences. They like to be heard, but only share their problems with those who they trust. However, they often don't relay their emotional woes with friends so as not to burden them. Empaths will protect their space. Empaths are open and welcoming to those who emit positive, warm and loving energy. However, they become adept at blocking out those who cause them pain or steal their joy. They come to learn how precious their space is, and avoid filling it with anything or anyone of a low vibration. Empaths like to dream walk. When in balance, an empath will recall vivid and mystically moving dreams. They can differentiate between the dreams which have meaning, to the ones which are the subconscious's way of decluttering the mind. Empaths like to analyze and find hidden messages or meanings within their dreams. It is common, when they are open to it, for them to receive spiritual visitations in their dreams from loved ones. Empaths avoid conflict. Empaths are kind, peaceful people who dislike confrontation. It is only when they are defending themselves, or others, that a frosty side may be seen. If crosswords are expressed in anger, it will trouble the empath for long after they have been said. They would rather avoid conflict and walk away from situations that may cause it. Empaths don't forget. Although forgiving, empaths do not forget. Any emotional pain caused by others will leave a deep wound that can be reopened by any similar course of action. To protect themselves, they may cut people out of their life who have hurt them. Empaths are sickened by cruelty or violence. Witnessing acts of cruelty to others, whether human or animal, is unbearable for the empath. Seeing all the atrocities and violence in the world can really tug on their heartstrings. Empaths are synchronicity surfers. When they learn to identify with them, synchronicities become part of an empath's life. The more they notice them, the more these occurrences unfold. As the great Carl Jung said, synchronicity is an ever-present reality for those who have eyes to see. Empaths unwittingly receive mental projections. Knowing whose emotions belong to whom may take time for the empath to discern, but it can take longer for them to realize whose thoughts belong to whom. It is not to say they are mind readers, but an empath often unknowingly pick up other people's mental projections and zone in on their ideas. Empaths project their thoughts and feelings onto others. As well as picking up thoughts, empaths can project what they think or feel onto others without realizing. They also project thoughts and emotions not belonging to them. Once an empath notices this trait, they can prevent it from happening. Empaths always find their answers. If they focus their awareness on a question they want answered, empaths can generally find the answers to anything they choose in life. It may not be in an instant, but it will come within a matter of hours, days, or weeks. The answer is not always direct and may be given through a series of life experiences. Whether they accept the answer they receive is another story. Okay, there you go, some lesser talked about ways of an empath, that have been lifted from the book, 7 Secrets of the Sensitive. A guide written specifically for the empath to understand who they are and how to harness their hidden power. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time. Diane.